After seeing what I could do with some junk mail, my prodigy Brian, here pictured with his scratch-built series of rockets named Scream, was generous enough to donate to me a bunch of junk parts that he had and some old motors, some of which, or I should say reloads, some of which were the better part of 30 years old. These aren't really safe to use at a normal launch, but as I have a private range and there's nothing to hit that anyone cares about except for me within a half mile, I was the right man for the job. Here we hold one of the donated nose cones up to a mailing tube. It doesn't fit, so I strip the interior of the mailing tube until it does fit, wrap some high quality packing tape around the outside of the tube, and saturate it in superglue, also known as cyanoacrylate, to harden it. Here's a motor mount from one of Brian's crashed rockets. I'm going to recycle it. Doesn't quite fit in this mailing tube, but nothing that my belt sander and a little careful rotation can't take care of. Mind you, this motor mount is pretty huge, so I'm going to have to make some adapters for smaller motors. After a quick test fit, we're going to secure the shock cord mount for the parachute. Here I've just drilled a hole in the centering ring, put the nylon cord through, knotted it, and embedded it in epoxy where it's hardening now. Next, I'm going to wrap a piece of paper around here squarely, fold it in fours, and then mark all the creases. This will give me 4 straight fin marks. Next, I'm going to paint the areas where the fins are going to attach with super glue. Then we'll fit the motor mount into position. Here I've drilled a series of holes in the tube, as this is not a through-the-wall fin design. This helps secure it to the full thickness of the tube, as they act as epoxy rivets. Here we'll take 4 old fins that hung on a rocket in a tree for a year, 2 of which are too badly warped to do anything with, but the other 2 will be cut down to make 4 fins for this rocket. A little sanding and a little tender loving care, and we have a set of 4 fins to go. These were originally made from interior paneling. Here the fins are glued in place. The rocket will be rotated twice, as the second time around you fillet or kind of caulk all the fins on with epoxy. Then it's time to get your first weights. After gluing on a launch lug, that's that tube you see on the side of the rocket, it was time to give it some sanding sealer. This is real thick and can be sanded to provide a smooth finish. We gave it a base coat of yellow, decided a blue nose wouldn't look bad, and then in the end gave it a bit of a blue tail to kind of make it look a little like the Blue Angels. Last but not least, it was time to put a parachute together and head to the launch site. Here we have a rocket made with some actual ST's model rocket body tubing, and another rocket we clearly don't care about too much, and another rocket that holds Fire Marshal Bill in what was an egg-lofting nose cone donated by Brian. Off to the launches we'll go. All right, the professor's gonna lay up the fresh rock. D12-3 again. Just gonna test the directions of the wind before we do some serious rocks here. And the D12-3 is good. Over to the rocket. And 3, 2, 1, and 353 feet, and popping Z shoot, and drift right down into the trees. No, just kidding. We're gonna get her right back again. Although we have a clear indication of which way the wind is going, we definitely want to angle up and out, or even get... Okay, Kenny, in 3, we're talking F-24-4 uncut here. 2, 1, unleash. A little too much angle into the wind here, and a late ejection charge meant this was going to require a limbectomy of the tree in order to get recovery. I can't see anything for 19-ounce rock. 30-year-old load. Nope.
Failure to ignite. Come on, pressure. Too late now. Just stay on the pad. Spectacular failure. And pop goes the chute. There we go. What we have here is an F-47, about 30 years old. It was originally sealed, but it has probably taken on some water. This flight could be spectacular if it actually lights. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Come on, baby. Yes, adios. Delay time way too long. Bill's gonna take it hard. Ouch!
Oh, fuck.
Undaunted by the failure of this motor, I got out the even larger motor and drilled my own fresh core in it with a 1/4-inch drill bit.
All right, the professor's had enough of this nonsense. G64, full power, 1,700 feet. We're going and... Oh yeah, she slipped this early bonds. Clearly offering God a shave. Here she comes and parachute. There it is, gliding right back to me. It doesn't get better than that. There's no wings. It's going to land in the tree straight in front of me, but we're going to cut the tree down if it dares. If it, do not. All right. High continuity is good. We have an E12-4. In our usual rock, we've leaned it slightly into the wind. It's just a touch of wind. 3, 2, 1. Oh, a driver. We have a parachute. Looking good. Going right through the sun, of course.
I can't see anything.
It's right over our heads. Oh, it's perfect. She's going to come right back to camp. Angle is perfect. Come back. Come on. Don't play in the trees over there. That's it. Miss the trees. Yes. Oh, a textbook. Textbook flight. You just don't get better than that. There it is. There it is. That's how it's done. All right. That was high. We got high. All right.
Nice.
Yes, all right.